YouTube in the building. Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Ricardo Rodriguez. Welcome to the channel Tube Great. Welcome to my series, Financial Education University. You know, if you're trying to build that wealth, really grow to become financially literate, become a financially educated individual, this is the channel for you. I highly recommend subscribing. I'm constantly putting out content like this. Now let's get into it. Really, investing. This is a roller coaster platform. You know, there's risk involved, there's excitement, there's, you know, all types of feelings within this realm. And you really have to know what you're doing, implement the right strategies at the right time. Really know what you're doing if you really want to come out successful, because your capital is at risk. You know, you can have the potential to gain high return on your investments, but you can also be at risk to lose the money you put forth. So really take this into consideration, really play by the details, really know what you're doing when you're within, you know, you're getting into the investment game. But, you know, it is a risk worth taking. That's all I'm trying to get at. But let's get into it. Short term, long term, and then I want to go over my secret investment. You know, short term is investing within 3 years or less. So that's your time period, from a day to 3 years. You know, and I really don't recommend investing short term. Why? You're not letting compound interest do its thing. You want to grow with time. You don't want to stop the growth. Let's say it is growing. You don't want to cut it out within that certain time frame. You want to let it continue to grow and let it do its thing. Let's say you have a tree growing, and then you just want to chop it off. You know, chop off a log. You're not letting it grow to where it's supposed to be. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know, we'll go over the pros and cons later, but I just want to throw some short-term investments, potential investments that you can get yourself into if that is something you're interested in. You know, there is still potential to make some money, but it's not my recommendation. Now, when people think of short-term investments, I hear a lot about, you know, stocks. And stocks are great. You know, this is all if you put up forth your capital towards a stock, it means you own a small percentage of a company. You know, depends on the amount of money you're putting there, small percentage, large percentage, but you own a small percentage of that company. And all it is you're putting that money forth, you're letting that company play with your money as an investment, whether that's their product or service, their management, whatever. And you're letting them do as they please with that money, and they're gonna grow with it. So if they grow, you grow, and you get that return on investment, you get a profit. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes they can fall and you will lose money. That's all it is. But most definitely, day trading stocks, that is a potential option. I do not recommend it, but you can make money off it. You know, you have to implement the right strategies. You have to be on the stock market, you know, minute by minute, click by click, because it constantly goes up and down, it dips, it grows. And it's really a 9 to 5 job. You're constantly watching it. You have to be on top of, you know, where that number is gonna go. Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? And that's your money. That's day trading, what it's like. And you have to pick, you know, right companies. You can select large companies, maybe Tesla, Apple, Microsoft. You can have small upcoming companies with potential growth, and you could also have companies starting off their launch. You know, they haven't came out yet, but they're, you know, getting everything processed, getting everything together, and they're about to launch their product or service. So you do have options. It is possible to make, you know, a profit, but it's a higher risk. It's more time spent, and I really, genuinely, my recommendation is really not worth it. But if that's an option for you, most definitely go get at it. I want to throw some other options at you for short-term investments. I got liquid funds, arbitrage funds, and fixed maturity plans. And all these are our debt instruments within the government. So you're putting forth this money up as an investment for the government, allowing them to pay off their debts, the money that they owe from whatever case may be, whether that's treasuries. Every plan has their own set specific details on what the kind of debts they're paying off, but that's generally what you're paying for. Sometimes, you know, the interest rates on that, your return on profit, are 4 through 7% on many of them. That's not a substantial amount of profit. So let's say you put forth $1,000. If you're getting that 4% return on investment, you're really only gaining $40. So is it really worth it? You know, it depends on your situation. It depends on the money you're putting forth. It depends on, the kind of time period you want to implement. Generally these are a month, 3 months, and then some of them are minimum 3 years. So it's really just playing around with, the kind of money you have, the kind of time that you want to offer and put up. It all depends on everyone's situation and circumstance. Let's dive into the pros and cons of, short-term investments. I want to show you pros and cons. We got pros in the green, cons in the red. And I went over what a short-term investment is, 3 years or less. Pros, you do have great pros. You have flexibility. You have profits, possible profits. And you also have less risk eligible within the realm of short-term investments. Yes, there is still risk involved, but you just have a lesser chance of losing your money. The flexibility of you could put forth this money now, you could call it quits within that month, that year, and you still have a high chance of gaining some type of profit, whether that's $1, right? $1 still technically is profit, but is it worth it? It all depends on your situation. My recommendation would be no, but this is not financial advice, right? Some cons. I have some of the costs may be high, whether that's starting off at 1,000 and up. Basically, you also have you need a certain level of expertise. Like I want to mention, go back to that day trading stock. You do need certain strategies to implement when you're going about the certain companies you're investing in. They could go up, down. You have to really read the dips. If it has 2 dips, and then will it increase after those 2 dips? Those small strategies come a long way, but you really need to be on top of what you're doing. You do need a high level expertise. You do need that time available within your schedule to really go click by click and really monitor the progress within that day. And you also, another con would be there's just low returns. Like I was trying to get at, you're not letting the investment grow. So the max you're about to get is 4% to 7%. Like I said with the money example, if you put forth $1,000, you're really gonna gain $40 to $70. Is it really worth, that $1,000 that you're putting up? Is that the return on investment that you want? In my opinion, not really. My recommendation wouldn't be that. But if that's something you're interested in, most definitely do your thing. I want to go over long-term investments. Now, this is the bread and butter of investments. Why? If you kept on with Financial Education University, I went over the concept of letting compound interest do its thing. As time grows, you will grow. Your investment will grow. It's like a tree. If you give it its proper nutrients, as sunlight, as water, it will grow. You just have to let time do its thing. There are plenty long-term investments that you can implement, starting low as 100, 1,000, and going upward. But it all depends on your circumstance, your situation, and just the capital that you have to offer. Stocks, great option. If you're investing for the long term, if you want to get these big companies, you can invest within stocks. There's an average of a 10% return on investment on your money. So if you put forth that 1,000, you will gain 100 in profit. But you do have to wait a year or a decade. That's just the price you have to pay with your time. There is bonds and real estate. My favorite is real estate, to be honest. Everyone, there will always be in demand. There's always a necessity within people, within the society, within the realm of, as long as any human is living, there will be a demand and need for housing. So if you could really capitalize on real estate, the return on investment, as long as you're collecting that rent every month, you will, not only are you gaining a profit as long as you pay off that property, but you're building and producing cash flow for yourself. And that is a really powerful tool to becoming wealthy. There's also equity funds. There's unit-linked insurance plans. Now, these is all basically you're putting forth your money towards the government. They're investing that money within, they're paying off their debts as well. They're using it as investments towards other companies, and you're just playing the waiting game, really. That's all it is. It's just playing the waiting game, but the return on investment is way much higher. There is still risk involved. There's not always a guarantee that you will make a profit, but when people say they're willing to take that risk because the profit and the gains are much more higher. And sometimes people like to take that gamble and go for the long shot, basically. Now I want to go over the secret investment, and this is my best recommendation. This is the best investment you can do for yourself, not only for yourself, for your future. You can't just think about today in the present. Most definitely live in the moment. But if you really want to become wealthy, you're thinking long term. And my best investment, my best recommendation will be, the best investment is yourself. Get yourself educated. Put forth the time and energy and capital towards something that you want to, achieve, produce. If you're investing this money and time into reading a book, taking an online course to gain more knowledge, taking that money and time to, learn a skill, build experience, these are all valuable assets that transform yourself into a better human being, a more productive, a smarter, harder, faster machine. And once you learn and capitalize on all these strategies, these tactics, these skills, this education, you just built this wealth. I'm sorry, knowledge. You're on your way to build that wealth. So whether that's you're investing in yourself, whether you're investing in your own business, whether you're investing within your own housing, real estate, the options here are limitless. And as long as you know how to capitalize and you put yourself as the best version of yourself, really take it upon yourself to educate yourself, whether that's a couple extra minutes out of your day, an hour out of your day, that extra $100 that you put toward the side, really take the gamble on yourself. Why take a risk on someone else, on another company, when you take it on yourself, you're in control of what you got going on. You know your exact goals, your exact execution and plan. Take that risk, not on the company, take that risk upon yourself. That is the best investment. You have the highest returns. You can have the highest fulfillment within yourself. Most definitely. That's all I have for you guys today. If you really enjoy the content, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Most definitely subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'm constantly putting out similar content on building your wealth. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section below. I highly value, what you guys have to say. What do you guys think? Any questions? I will respond. Share this out to, a loved one, a friend, even your neighbor who will really take value from this content. And, if, like how I said, you want to invest on yourself. If you really want to invest in yourself, take yourself to the next step to build that wealth. Click the link below. It's my YouTube Freedom Blueprint. Check it out. Absolutely free. The choice is yours. That's all I have for you guys today. I want to wish you guys a great day. Peace out.